Okay, so today I have a witch prop that I'm not exactly sure what it is made by. I'm gonna guess maybe like Sunstar, or not exactly sure though. So she's just a simple witch, and she kind of bobs her head down. It's kind of like a funky prop. I got it for a Christmas and birthday present. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna set it up and I'm gonna show you the parts. Okay, so with your bobbing head witch, that's what we'll call it, we are gonna have four of these little, it's like a Christmas tree stand basically, four of those. You're gonna have three black poles, they are metal, two black plastic connectors. We're gonna have one base, and we are gonna have the main body, which is the witch. Set that back up. This isn't the best. I'm just trying this, so don't judge me too much. Okay, so we're going to start off with the base here, and we're going to just start off with the connectors. Just put this one in between my legs. So you're going to want to make sure that this black part here, right there, is facing the bottom. So it doesn't really matter what side you put it on. You just gotta slide it in, and sometimes you might have to like tap it or something. And yeah, you basically just keep doing that. It's just like a Christmas tree, like if you were to get one from like Walmart or something. So we're just gonna do this. Let's see. And there we go. So that's what your base should look like. I kind of figured it was Sunstar because Sunstar uses a lot of these bases, the Christmas tree bases, and most of the time the Sunstar props aren't the best quality. I like to use this witch as a greeter. As of last year, I used her kind of as she would like greet people as she went in, and my witch is a little bit broken, so her head doesn't bob, but she does make the sounds like says the words and stuff. Okay, so after you're done your base, you are going to take your three poles that you have, and you're just going to start connecting them. So you're going to put one pole right in the base. Just going to move the camera down a little bit just so you guys can see. Not going to be able to see my face, but that's not a big deal. So then once you get this first pole done, you're going to put on one of these black connectors. And it should stop at a good point. You don't want it down too far because then you won't really be able to get the other pole in. Okay, so now we have that. And it is pretty tall. I'd say it's probably just as tall as me. And then we'll put the other connector in. And the last pole. Move this back up. Okay, so now that you have the main set up, you are going to take the witch like this, and some of the things I have added on myself. So like there's a crow in her hand that I just got from, like, you can just simply go to the dollar store, and all it is, I just put it in between your fingers, and like her arms are posable and stuff like that, and her hair is like a thin paper, so I just be really careful if you are getting this prop, like for our first prop. This is a really good one. It's a good starter prop, but definitely not the best quality, but it works for me, and I think she's a great add to your haunt, and if you want to use her as a greeter. So I'll show you here. So right in the back, as you can see there's the on and off, and this is what you use to connect her to that. So that's what we're going to do. And her back does open, but that's not a big deal because you'll have her spun around. And you're just going to kind of put the dress like this over and make sure that the pole is in behind the this, so then the dress doesn't like fly or anything like that. So once you do, whoops. Okay, just gonna actually should be good. Okay, move her back here. So now at this point, you can kind of like pose her any way that you want. And like I said, I've had her for since like last year. And once you get to this point of her, I'm just gonna spin it around here. So this part here, she does have a little bit of clothing. And all the clothing comes like right on her. So you're gonna take like this back part here, and you're just gonna kind of drape it down. So like even if someone does come behind her, they're not really gonna notice all the controls and stuff. So this is basically it from this point. You can always go to like the dollar store and stuff like that, and like get like bugs and different stuff to put in her hair. And like I said, the crow too. You can put the crow in her hand, or even a limb if you want to. But yeah, at this point, just adjust your clothing, and you probably want to try your best to cover up the base. And if you live somewhere where it's really windy, you're going to want to make like another base or something to put on top of it, just to hold her down, just so she doesn't fly away or anything, because you don't want her to like get knocked over in your haunt or anything. Okay, so at this point, her head when you first get her is up like this. So she's a little bit taller than this. Just move my camera up a little bit. So her head is up like this, and her head kind of just bobs down like that. But like I said before, my witch, her head is broken because she got some rain on her, which it kind of sucks because I like the bobbing motion, but it wasn't the best because it kind of looked funny, but it just gave it creepier vibe to her. So her head doesn't really stay up for me; it just kind of keeps falling down. But for yours will bob, so I just recommend keeping it like at a rain. And it's just because I forgot to bring her in one night and it was raining. So yeah, that's basically the whole setup for your witch animatronic. Yeah, there's nothing really much else. Like you can always adjust her clothing and stuff like that. Like if you want to cut some stuff up and put different creepy cloth, and like you can always cut stuff off and like put new stuff on it. So I'll turn her on for you. And she is sound sensitive. So if you like clap, she is going to go off, but you got to give it like a really good clap. So I'm just going to go back to the controls here. Okay, we're going to turn it on.
Is it a mask?
So as you can kind of hear, the mechanism on mine is just a little bit broken. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Let me show you the true face of Halloween.
So yeah, it kind of makes like a weird vibration noise in the back of it, which is kind of annoying. But probably on Halloween night, this coming October, she's just gonna be in the front of my haunt. So I'm more than likely not gonna have her on just because of the vibration, and it just kind of sounds weird when you have a prop that's vibrating in your haunt. I mean, sometimes there's an exception, like if maybe you have a caged animatronic, but for a witch it doesn't really kind of make any sense. So that's basically the whole witch prop. I think there's a few more different phrases, so I'll just try and see if I can get those for you guys.
Trick or treat!
So yeah, that's just, I don't know why.
How about a kiss?
I don't exactly know how to fix her head and how to make it stop vibrating. But it's really not a big deal. I think she's still creepy, and she'd be a great first animatronic, like I said about my jumping spider video that I made recently. He's a really good prop, and he's a great starter prop to have. He's cheap. He's about like maybe $60 with tax, maybe. I don't know. It just depends on where you live. So yeah, that's the witch animatronic. I'm just gonna turn her off here just so she doesn't keep going off. Okay, yeah. So that is the witch prop. And you can always, I like to name some of my props that maybe don't have a name. So I like to call her Hagrid because just kind of looks like a Hagrid. So yeah, that is the conclusion to the Witch Animatronic. Thank you very much, and I would recommend subscribing. And this coming October, I am gonna be getting the Blackheart animatronic. I'm gonna at least try to, and I'm gonna do a setup video for that, and some Spirit Halloween and Home Depot different videos and stuff like that. And I'll be making some YouTube shorts and different things till Halloween and of Halloween. Thank you very much. Remember to subscribe, and have a nice day.